Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe's Financial Intelligence Unit, FIU, has started escalating and widening punitive measures, including freezing bank accounts of errant businesses engaging in forward pricing, which it says manipulates the foreign exchange rate.
In a statement, the Financial Intelligence Unit says the forward pricing and non-compliance with legal limits is being done at the detriment of consumers who bear the brunt or the resultant unjustified pricing of goods and services.
This comes at a time the local currency continues to depreciate, losing value to the greenback and approaching $10,000 for a single US dollar on the parallel market. This has resulted in continuing hiking of prices in supermarkets.
Now, in terms of the law, according to the FIU, businesses are permitted to apply a margin of up to 10% above the interbank exchange rate.
The FIU says it will be escalating and widening remedial and punitive measures against delinquent businesses by not only imposing administrative fines, but also directing the culprits' bank accounts to be frozen indefinitely and referring the culprits to relevant authorities for the suspension or revocation of trading or operating licenses and prosecution.
According to our sister publication, the Sunday Mail, 12 suppliers of goods and services have already had their bank accounts frozen for refusing to accept the local currency and engaging in forward pricing.
7 people died while 45 others were injured when a CAG bus they were traveling in burst a front tire and veered off the road before overturning and landing on its side at the Harare Mukumbura Road.
5 people died on the spot, whilst 2 others died on admission at Mount Darwin District Hospital. The bodies of the victims were taken to Mount Darwin Hospital mortuary for post-mortem, whilst the injured were admitted at the same hospital.
The Minister of Transport, Felix Mona, visited the scene yesterday and the injured in hospital while consoling the bereaved families and expressing the government's commitment to bringing sanity back to the roads.
In another accident, 3 people were killed whilst 15 others were injured when a Toyota Hilux with 17 passengers on board veered off the road before overturning and landing on its left side at the 137-kilometer peg along the Harare-Bulawayo Road.
The bodies of the victims were taken to Kadoma General Hospital mortuary for post-mortem, while the injured are admitted at the same hospital.
Now, you heard the number that I gave you just now. 3.5 trillion United States dollars is being lost by businesses globally through employee theft, with 57% of fraud committed by either insiders, company insiders, or a combination of both insiders and outsiders. Speaking on ZTN Prime's The Mint, the Managing Director of Integrity Assessment Center, Armand van Veek, said 22% of small business owners have had their employees steal from them.
You only pick it up after you do your annual returns and you want to see what's going on and where your losses are. During the year, you'll never expect, like you mentioned, the smaller stuff. Even in the transport industry, the drivers, you'll least expect them to steal some of the fuel on the road. They stop next to the road. They sell some of the fuel.
All right, we get straight into sport for this second hour. And there was no Premier Soccer League football this weekend, but there's a lot to talk about when it comes to our top flight league, with the league bosses giving clubs until tomorrow to find alternative home ground. So clubs have been tasked with engaging stadium owners across the country, that is before tomorrow's deadline, and try and find out if they can get alternative venues. Let's get more in the following report.
Did appreciate that the SRC wants to fix the water problem, and they wanted to fix without fans coming to the stadium. But that on its own brought challenges, because it's very expensive to play in an empty stadium. A lot of our clubs are surviving on gate takings. If the SRC comes tomorrow and says the stadium will be used for free, maybe it may be considered. So that on its own would have sunk clubs. We presented this proposal to the Board of Governors. I can't remember any member willing to play behind closed doors.
Whilst football fans think that the move to temporarily suspend local matches was done in favour of Harare-based clubs, as teams like Shesham, Greenfield, Manica Diamonds, as well as ZPC Kariba have been playing away from home since the start of the new season, and Harare-based clubs should have done the same. They said that they were following the rules and regulations of the PSL.
In terms of Order 39 of the Premier Soccer League rules and regulations, every club must register two stadiums. First, the one that will be their main home, and the other one has to be an alternative. And Harare-based clubs, most of them had registered either a Rufaro Stadium with the hope that it was going to be ready as their home ground. An alternative was National Sports Stadium.
Now, for those Alec Macheso fans, you will know by now that he celebrated his 55th birthday at Tanza Center on Friday, surrounded by family, friends, and fans. He, of course, shared a moment of PD, and was so sweet, of PDA with his wife, Nyadzisai, chronicling their journey together since 1986.